Thanks for tuning in. Bob Potter here again, this time with some pictures from a trip in early January 2023 to Sarasota, Florida, which is about 50 or 60 miles from the Tampa Bay area where we live. This was about a 3 or 4 day trip and just a real nice experience. This is actually the second of the hotel rooms I was in at this place, the Embassy Suites. And the problem with the first one is that it was a handicapped room, and the shower was just absolutely, unbelievably unacceptable. I can see how it would be fine for and necessary for a wheelchair person, but oh man, I mean, there was no place to put a bar of soap, there was no place to put a towel, there was no place to put anything in the shower itself, so it just would have been a disaster. So I persuaded them to move me to a different room, which is really quite nice. It has this little sitting room area to begin with its own flat screen TV. My guess is that this couch probably folds out into something so you can have a couple of kids here, and then you move into this part, and here we've got the little microwave and the refrigerator and some coffee stuff and a little bar area. And then over here, this is, I don't know, I think I'm getting too old for these modern hotels. Here's the thermostat. Now, I swear I can't figure out how you would ever work that. You can't really see that too well, but there's all those buttons on there, and when you push one of the buttons, all that happens is operating mode. What the hell does DH mean? And then you got 86 degrees. It's not 86 degrees in here, and there's 77 degrees. I don't know what all this is about. And then it says A1 up there. Is that, or AI? Maybe it's artificial intelligence. I don't know. FN, that must be fan. Now it says 72 degrees, and I imagine that probably shuts the whole thing off. I don't know. And they don't give you any instructions on the damn thing. You just kind of push the buttons until you get the temperature kind of where you want it, and forget about it. Now, I'm showing you this before I made a pigsty out of it, which is sensible. The bathroom here, pretty good sized bathroom, and thank God, a regular shower with actual shower stall and doors and all that sort of thing. And pretty nice vanity area. Kind of an odd looking toilet. I guess the square-shaped toilets are the new thing. There was a hotel I was at in Minneapolis some time ago, and that had a square toilet too. I don't know where these people come up with this shit. I have no idea. And then here is the actual the bedroom, which has its own. It's closed off from the rest of the room by this solid wood door. So, you know, if you had noisy kids out there, you could close that door, and you and the wife would be, have total privacy, which would be really nice. They could scream and yell and do whatever the heck they wanted, and you've got your opportunity in here. And another flat screen TV up there on the wall, and a great view, as you can see, of Sarasota Bay. That marina that you see over there, let's see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. Oh yeah, there we go. Now that is Marina Jack, which is a really fine facility that we have been to by boat on a number of occasions. And then there's the hotel there. There's a lot of, I don't know if you can tell really, but there's a lot of construction going on here. There's cranes. Yeah, there's a crane over there. Let's see if you can get a load of that. So there's been a lot of construction going on here, and a lot of new condos apparently that are right within view of the water. So it's very nice. And there's the bridge going over to St. Armand's Key, and a lot of interesting places over there, shops and restaurants and whatnot. Lots of places to spend a lot of money in Sarasota. It is a very upscale community. The people at the front desk told me the hotel was built probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's right in the middle of all this construction going on in downtown Sarasota. Right in the middle of all the high-end condos and restaurants and everything, you can find something that probably dates from a few decades ago. Jack's Marina is a high-end boating facility, and we got some huge boats here. I mean, I don't see how some of these things even traverse the intercoastal waterway, being as big as they are, but obviously they can do it. And in the park surrounding Marina Jack is this iconic statue, which was donated to the city of Sarasota. Now, here is a curiosity. Lots of places you go in Sarasota, you see these little electric scooters. I think they're electric scooters called Vio. And the interesting thing about them is, but there's a QR code there. Apparently you can figure out some way of using the thing, but they don't give you any instructions. They've got, it says down here, you can't ride on the sidewalk. And they've got a phone number there for them, and an email address, or rather a website. And it says, wear a helmet, no double riding, yield to pedestrians, no underage riding, 18 plus, no riding under the influence, park responsibly. Well, what the hell good does that do you? They don't give you any information about the damn things, except don't do this, don't do that. But they're all over the place, and I don't see very many people on them. I wonder who owns them and how they make money on them and how they keep them from being stolen. I mean, God, if you wanted to steal on these things, all you have to do is pick the thing up and throw it in the back of your SUV or your truck or whatever, and away you go. Well, like I say, it is a curiosity. A little later, I ran into some people who are actually going to use one of these machines, and they filled me in on what you do. First, you download the app onto your cell phone. Then you put in your driver's license and your credit card. I think the charge is something like 10 cents per minute, something like that. I can't really remember for sure. The machines have a GPS in them, so they know exactly where they are. If somebody tries to steal one, well, they'll be able to track it down. And they come and find out what the state of charge is and recharge them every night. So a couple of words about the eating in Sarasota. Golly, there's some absolutely fantastic restaurants. And this one here, the Alpine Steakhouse, which is actually south of town a little ways, has a number of things on the menu, including fabulous steaks, but they also have the turducken. The turducken is a boned-out chicken inside a boned-out duck inside a boned-out turkey. I had to try it. It was great. I'm glad I did it. I'm not sure I would have it again, but what the heck. So there you have a couple highlights of my trip to Sarasota, Florida in January of 2023.